Next up, WTER News。接下来 WTER 新闻 9 p.m. Ensuing gun battle in Arway today as multiple shots were fired in the Arway desert. British architect Sir Norman Foster has built a model which could show the future Chep Lap Kok Airport, which is planned to be built in Hong Kong on the Chep Lap Kok Island. Germany pledges swifter action against extremists, and they plan to station more police in eastern Germany. Good evening, Anomie County. This is WTR 9 p.m. News with your host, Nambi, Channel 95 WTR. So, as you've seen, we have introduced another new format, but anyways, let's get on to our first thing. So, first up, we're gonna first go into Crimewatch. So yeah, Crimewatch, please. The insurgent terrorist organization known as the Independent State of Arway, has been recently attacking civilians and government property in the past week. They have already placed multiple car bombs in already a week, and a lot of bombings have occurred and violence around the vicinity. ACSO is currently trying to deal with this, and it is being considered as one of the worst cases of insurgent activity in America. Now, the Independent State of Arway have been car bombing Arway, shooting up locations just for their movement of trying to get the United States government to cede land to them. They have even been reported to have bombed civilians and even civilian property and infrastructure. The problem comes now. How will they even gain support with this? And if they gain the land, what will they do with it? This just in. It has been officially reported that Param may or may not have been nuked, most likely by smaller nuclear bombs, so that it doesn't do harm to other parts of the state. But all we know that it may have been nuked. We don't know any more information. We'll continue with this. Anyways, we've seen a lot of combat recently in Arway from both Grove Street and Independent State of Arway. Now, as I said before, we don't know their motives, but we hope that they resolve this through peaceful means. So does the government and the United States government as well. We'll keep you updated as soon as when the news comes out. Stay safe, stay away from Param. As usual, it's time for your normal news summary segment. WTR news reporters today reported to a gun battle that ensued in Arway. An unholy sight. We reported to this incident today when we came across it while trying to drive back to our station. United States Marshal Service immediately responded when they saw the incident. At first, there were no clues and no leads, but after a while, they found someone at the back of the hill taking a hostage. Right after, a gun battle ensued with this and left only the hostage taker dead. No other deaths were reported. However, the WTR news reporter was in fact injured and was given medical treatment. Another incident today, a person high on pain thinner was taken to the hospital. However, a person, most likely a relative, blocked the ambulance. As you can see here, the person is trying to block the ambulance, claiming that it was a trap and that he was jailing him. After a few minutes of stopping the ambulance had no choice but to immediately drive on the sidewalk and drive over the person who was blocking the ambulance due to blocking their way, and the person was injured. However, for some reason, the person somehow, in some way, saw his vehicle being towed and ended up running, in which the ambulance resumed its normal duties. More to come here. We're gonna have a report on the recent riots and unrest in Eastern Germany after the reunification. Also, we're gonna talk about the new Chep Lap Kok Airport that is going to substitute the other Hong Kong airport. More, that and more on WTR News.
Dear foreign car owners, when it comes to fixing brakes, foreign cars aren't foreign to Midas. That's why we offer same-day brake service and guaranteed brake shoes and pads for as long as you own your car.
そして今あなたがお持ちの国産車外車をマイダスへお持ちいただくと
Get 25% off guaranteed brake shoes and pads. That's 25% off brake shoes and pads for any car at the Midas International Brake Sale.
Vilket språk man än talar, detta är ett erbjudande värt att bromsa för.
Hey, we know you're busy and can't worry about the best time to buy a car, but here's a clue. The Eagle Summit Clearance is your Jeep and Eagle dealer, where you can get into a sporty-looking two-door for $149 a month. That's right, just $149 a month gets you this cool-looking Eagle Summit DL. Or you could save on Eagle Summit wagons and Summit sedans. So take a time out and save yourself some cash at the Eagle Summit Clearance. It could be the best time to buy. Hey, we'll see you.
Take a test flight in an Eagle at a Key States Jeep and Eagle dealer today.
Civil unrest continues as Germany's interim has pledged swifter police action against continuing right-wing extremist violence aimed at foreigners. The government would also increase the police presence in the eastern part of the country, where most of the violence has occurred, said Mr. Rudolf Steeters. The right-wing and extremist riots in the recent days and brutality of the criminals who use Molotov cocktails and pipe bombs must trouble all Democrats, he said on Saturday in an interview published in the Welt am Sonntag newspaper. He said that his ministry was launching an immediate program to strengthen police to allow quicker action against right-wing violence aimed at foreigners. The Welt am Sonntag newspaper said the measures included establishing a special hotline for reporting neo-Nazi attacks and speeding up the trials of accused attackers. He said a special federal register was being established for racist attacks to aid police and justice officials in identification and swift prosecution of hardcore extremists who traveled to riot spots in all parts of Germany. However, German police have also come under criticism for failing to halt the riotous violence. Number WTER. Next up on the report, we have a shocking report coming from one of our government. Well, it's been caught that our government has tortured and has been threatening sexual related abuse to a prisoner who is involved in the independent state of Arway group terrorist organization. Also note that in this picture you can see one of our employees, Sullivan, also participating. So unfortunately, Sullivan will soon be suspended and investigated by WTER as well. Also note that the prisoner was not given any basic utilities and was tortured for information. Actually, we do not know about the information part. All we know is that he was tortured and that investigation by the ACJ is underway. Well, let's move on to the next one. The new upcoming Chep Lap Kok Airport. Chep Lap Kok Airport is set to open in 1997. However, it is currently under construction as land reclamation projects are occurring on the island to connect two islands together to make a large enough space for the Chep Lap Kok Airport. Meanwhile, Sir Norman Foster has developed a model to show what the future airport could look like. Now, this replacement airport will replace the existing Kai Tak Airport, which currently occupies 289 hectares. If opened in 1997, this new airport will have a capacity to handle 35 million passengers a year, and will be 4 times the size of the existing Kai Tak Airport in Hong Kong. WTR News is soon to go neutral. We will soon be wearing and equipping our staff with these press helmets. These press helmets will help to identify us of being non-combatants. This will help ensure any accidental murder or injury of press and our news reporters and correspondents will not occur. Now, this helmet will go into effect next week or today. These helmets are considered military grade by standard already because it utilizes a kind of system and format from military helmets like the one used in Germany and the United States Army. Now, as I said before, we will bring this into effect either next week or today. So if you see someone wearing a press helmet, please note that it is the press and it is non-combatant. Also, from now onwards, we will go neutral unless we have something, we are being threatened. News reporters will only be either armed with a shotgun or a pistol to protect themselves. The problem right now lies in our economy. Our economy has seen a recession, most likely due to lacking businesses. There are more than 150 businesses operating in this county. However, please do note that in other counties and towns, more than 200 or maybe 300 businesses have been registered. For a small town like this, 150 is not so bad, but most of these businesses are either out of operation or closed down due to government. So because of the fact that the economy is slowing down as of right now, we've seen the ACSO getting worse in inactivity and training. to the point where even paramedics are more active than them. Oh, this is a problem for us all, isn't it? Really, if the ACSO can't do anything, are we supposed to do the job for them? We need more funding for the ACSO and a reform of training and personnel. Well, thank you for joining us today for this edition of WTER News on Channel 95 WTER. We hope you have a great day for the rest of your day, and good night. 晚安. We're gonna be experimenting with new formats and stuff in the coming weeks or so, but other than that, I had to spend a couple overspend of maybe 1 or 2 days just to make this. I'll also I think I don't really have nothing else to say. Next week we'll also have normal news at 9 p.m. with me again. So yeah, I think we can end it here. So good night, Anomie County citizens, and have a great rest. 亲爱的 Anomie 的美国人，祝你们睡得好觉，晚安。